Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 5, round 3 of Wrenched. We've got our final two contestants here, Way of Flowing Time versus Lumindia. We've got some pretty interesting items for these guys to start using this episode, so without further ado, let's allow them to open up their chests and find the last set of items that they're going to have to compete with. And today your builds must include some bundled cabling from Red Power 2, an automatic crafting table, a squeezer from forestry, and another forestry item, a sturdy machine. As always, you've got 30 minutes on the clock, and your time starts now.
Well, this should be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I hate you. I absolutely hate you.
All right, judges, let's move on up into our judging room, and we'll let these guys hate me for the next 30 minutes.
Just kidding, we don't hate you. We don't hate you.
No. Oh, I do.
We all love you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Way of Flowing Time hates me right now, because I believe he said early on he doesn't know forestry all that well.
I'll save this question for the judging room.
You were moved. User was moved out of your channel. User joined your channel. User was moved to your channel.
I'm actually thoroughly confused with these challenges, Direwolf, and not because they're difficult, but because of something you may have derped on.
Uh-oh, what's that?
Well, sturdy machine is totally in the
User was
recipe.
moved to your channel.
Sturdy machine is part of the squeezer recipe.
That's fine. I basically want them to create another forestry machine. It's used for all forestry machines, basically.
Do we want to bring anybody else in here for this last round, or what?
Yeah, you can bring the other the observers in. That's fine if they want to hear us. Yep, so for the YouTube audience who may not be familiar with sturdy machines, they're basically used in almost all recipes regarding forestry. It's kind of the machine block of forestry. So you can see it's used in most of the automatic farms, it's used in the still and fermenter and bottler and rain tank and all that good stuff. So basically this system here that I've got set up for them is to say, hey, you got to use Buildcraft in some way, again, with the automatic crafting table to craft something, and you have to use a squeezer from forestry along with some other forestry machine. It could be another squeezer if they want, but I wouldn't consider that terribly creative. And then, of course, bundled cabling, which we know can be used for sending separate redstone signals all along one long path. So we've used bundled cabling in the past, and I believe in the past we were really kind of hoping to see something that uses different wires. You know, just using it as one redstone wire really isn't all that useful, so hopefully they come up with some good stuff. And then finally the squeezer actually has quite a few recipes that you can put in there. You can put seeds to get seed oil, and apples to get apple juice, and all these different there's actually quite a few things you can put in the squeezer, believe it or not.
Is it Trepnik or Lumindia? That's.
Sorry, what was that?
Who's the one that's out up there?
Nux.
Still in. Nux is who?
Lumindia.
Okay, so we can bring Trepnik down, yeah?
Yeah, you can bring him down if you want.
Okay, there you go.
User was moved to your channel.
There you go, Trepnik.
So what did you think of these items here, Slowpoke?
I thought these were particularly nasty, but very, very cool. I'm liking these.
Yeah.
I think this is probably the best set of items today. Where have they gone?
This will be a really difficult challenge, I feel.
This will be a really difficult challenge.
Yep, I'm interested to see what they decide to go with. You know, there's a lot of options here. They do have actually quite a few directions they can go with all these different items.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'd like to see the bundled cabling used to control some kind of like master control switch area, so they have different you know, machines they can turn on and off with it, or they could do something. There's a lot they could do really.
Yeah, I feel lucky I've been wrenched. Because these items, I think it was like first build bad, second build meh, and then third build bad, and then fourth build meh, like that kind of thing.
Yep. So it looks like Nux has some, he's crafting up some stone gears, and then he's going to upgrade them to, I'm not sure what. It looks like he's got 6 stone gears. So if I had to take a guess, I'd say, oh, there he goes. He's going to 10 gears. Okay, cool. Yeah, pretty neat. So he's going to be doing something with 10 gears probably to use his machine with. And as you guys may or may not know, 10 gears are used in the apiary and the electrical engine and the rainmaker.
I'm pretty curious what you're going to do with the bundled cable, because the bundled cable can either be used to create some complicated red power machines, which I doubt they will, or can be created to cross redstone signals. Now, how can you like in order to use it properly, you'll have to cross redstone signals, and
Yeah.
that's something interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I'm definitely interested to see what path they go down here. You know, like the first thing I would think to do maybe is some kind of like master control room where it's like, all right, flip this lever to turn on this engine to power this machine type of deal. But oh wow, we've already had almost 5 minutes elapsed from this round. This clock goes by fast, let me tell you. Oh, we've got an apiary here on Lumindia's side. Look at that.
Time goes even faster when you're on there. It's like you have like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it feels like 10 minutes at least.
Yeah, and we've got centrifuge on the other side.
Oh, is this a carpenter, I want to say? Or oh yeah, it's a centrifuge, right. And a squeezer.
And a squeezer.
Okay. Cool. So it looks like they're both kind of going a similar approach. I was interested to see if anybody wanted to go and use apples for apple juice, which can be used in the fermenter as a more efficient way of producing biomass. But yeah, this isn't a different... they're both going, it looks like, perhaps apiaries.
I would really like to see apples being squeezed into mulch and seeing mulch be used for something here.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea either.
Going apiary path would be also really cool because I've yet to see something creative, quote unquote, done with bees in this map, Enriched.
Yeah, yep, you're right. So, you know, we've got plenty of time left to start seeing some builds come together. Now, they are going to have to auto-craft something using the stuff they get put together there. So it'll be interesting to see what they come up with.
You also have to take into consideration the fact that this version doesn't have apiarist pipe. And that's
true.
something that's a very handy pipe that you can work with, and without it, you're well limited. Unless you can come up with a very creative solution, of course, and that's what you want to see here.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he went with a Meadows Queen. With a bee imprinter, I probably would have went, because of a 30-minute time constraint and wanting to test my builds, I probably would have went with a faster producing bee, but a shorter lifespan. It's a subtle thing, but it's something that could probably make or break a setup, being able to test it before you present it to the judges.
Yeah, you're right.
So, use of tools given.
Now, as far as I know, the genome imprinter can only change the species of bee. I don't know if it can actually change the other stats on the bee. I just checked it real quick.
Correct.
So,
There are faster bees than others.
Not in the latest versions of forestry. Now it's all their own separate traits. So you could have cultivated bees, which in previous versions were the fastest. But I guess now this is the later version of forestry as well.
This is definitely the version of forestry where certain bees are inherently faster than others.
Because we do have the thermionic fabricator here too in this version, so it's a pretty recent version.
It's 2 versions before the latest release of forestry.
Yep. Looks like we've got some forestry hives going down. Forest hives, of course. Looks like he's doing the bee thing too over here. Pretty interesting. So both of them went the bee route, huh? I wasn't sure if they would do that with the squeezer, but of course if they produce honey, they can get liquid honey out of their apiaries. But then what they do with the liquid honey, well, that remains to be seen. And 22 minutes remain. Do you want to go ahead and pull Lumindia in here, Slowpoke, and we'll see what we can see if he has any ideas going on?
User left your channel.
Though Lumindia may be having a few problems right now with this pipe, trying to figure out why it's not connecting to the side of this machine. That very well may just be a visual bug.
I think that's a visual bug.
I pulled
Hey
player
there.
because Lemon's in the zone.
Cool. Hey, Wave Time, how's it going? How'd you like these items? I heard you hated me.
It could be a lot worse. I want to go on the record that I have never used forestry, or even forestry bees for that matter, ever. So this is, yeah, this is going to be interesting. You'll be amused, I'm sure.
Well, I wish you all the luck then. The forestry is definitely one of the big mods in the pack, so hopefully you learn quickly. But you're a pretty smart guy, so I'm not worried.
You should be.
Nice.
Forestry
All right.
wiki for the win, eh?
Yeah. Hey, we've got the NEI plugin for forestry, so you can look up recipes. But you can go ahead and swap him out, Slowpoke, and you can just drag him up if Laminda's in the zone here. We don't want to interrupt him.
User was moved out of your channel.
There you go.
Cool.
Just to confirm, Direwolf, yes, bees are faster inherently than others.
Have you just checked that, yeah?
Really?
I have indeed, yes. A modest drone, lifespan short, speed slower. An imprinter created cultivated princess, lifespan shortest, speed fast.
Interesting.
Bees by base, and I believe still are, do have inherently faster or slower traits, as well as they have the mutated controlled traits as well.
Oh wow, cool. So I guess when you change them in the imprinter, it does also change their traits.
Correct.
Nice. Good to know. Yeah, I've never used the imprinter. It's a NEI only item, cheating only.
Yeah, correct. And the only reason I even do it is I've used it for FTB quite a bit. So
FTB.
Oh right.
lots of experience messing around and creating interesting things with it. So
Cool.
he
And we
could
are
have
now
actually-
under 20 minutes remaining.
Already? Wow.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, really.
1930 left.
He could have, and the imprinter allows for half breeds, so he could have technically bred a shortest and fastest breed type, which probably would have been the optimal thing to do, make a couple of those, and he really could have got some good testing in.
Yeah, that's a good point. But they're both actually going apiaries. Way of Time, of course, very, very much. It sounds like it's the first time he's using forestry at all, so he might have some struggles.
That'll be interesting.
That
Yeah.
advanced insertion on the top there, I can't really tell on this.
What's that? I don't know what that is. I
Yes,
think it's an
insertion.
obsidian. Oh, it's advanced insertion?
Yeah. And basically what he's doing there is, it looks like he's probably going to use the diamond pipe to split up his bees and his output so that it automatically, repopulates the apiary,
Yeah.
is what my guess would be. And then any excess drones, it looks like he has going into a chest in the back, which is cool.
I've got a texture pack on, so I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, I have as well. It's really hard
I'm
to
having a
tell.
little trouble seeing his wooden pipe. I know it was there, and when I mouse over it, I still see it. But again, I'm having a little bit of a weird texture issue with the wooden pipe there.
It's not attaching properly, I can tell you that.
I gotta feel like that's a bug, just a visual bug, because
I think that's a bug.
yeah,
This
It's-
Buildcraft version has seemed to have some really odd bugs. This is Buildcraft 2 for Bucket. And I have a gut feeling that there's been an updated version since this was out, because this one seems to have quite a few bugs exist, as well as this version of Forestry for Bucket seems to have quite a few old forestry bugs.
yeah. Actually, that bucket thing, I remember finding that in a test version of Forestry, and Senger told me it was actually a Buildcraft bug.
Ah, well,
The
that would
iron
make
bucket
sense.
thing?
That would actually make sense because this Buildcraft obviously seems to be a bit bugged.
Yeah, it might just be an
So-
older version of Buildcraft. I remember it was a while ago too. That's why I recognized that bug. I found it when I was testing Forestry, but it was actually basically what was
Yeah.
happening is the engine always expected an iron bucket, so it kind of just said, "All right, here's an iron bucket."
Yeah, you've given me an input. Here's my output. My
Right.
output. Don't care what you give me. Yeah,
Right,
so
so it was a
I
Buildcraft
will
thing.
hopefully fix these bugs after this wrenched episode. We shouldn't have any more. That'd be the way to go.
Yeah, maybe we'll get an upgraded version of Buildcraft for the next one. But it's all visual bugs for the most part. The machines obviously still work, and we never hold any bugs against our competitors.
Of course not.
Yep. So looks like Lamindia here has a pretty solid system going actually. So far, so good. Now, is the apiary actually producing things? That's the question. Oh yeah, here
know
comes
that-
some items.
There we go.
Yeah, we've got honeycomb coming out of this one. We've almost got a dead bee as well.
Nice.
Now, I believe that's not actually on my image. I'm getting a picture of apatite. That's definitely
Yeah,
not
so am I.
apatite in the pipe.
Yeah, that's just a
another
standard
visual bug.
Yeah. Yep. And it looks like he did put the honeycomb in the red slot. So that shows a pretty good knowledge of the diamond transport pipe functionality in that if you only put honeycomb in the red slot, that means all honeycomb will go that way, and all other items that are not honeycomb, for example, NAB in this case, will go down the green path. So, that's exactly how I would have done it. And I think, it shows that he knows what he's doing right there.
Yeah, Lamindia's got a clear advantage in this.
Yeah.
Clear advantage.
And now Way of Flowing Time, again, working with his apiary here. He did figure out how to breed, a princess and a drone, so that's good. He knows how breeding works.
He's
And
hit the wiki.
Yeah, and then off to his centrifuge. It looks like he's going to be centrifuging and then squeezing some things. You know, I was interested to see if bees would come out here because basically bees are the more complicated approach. If you really wanted to go a little bit easier, you could have gone apples or seeds in your squeezer. There's actually quite a few things. You could actually also, and I only mention this because I'm the one who recommended to Sengir that this happen, you can squeeze cactus to get water.
Yes, you can.
Yep. So if you ever have issues with infinite water sources, and you know, that's kind of the reason I said it to him. Said, hey, if you can make it so that squeezing cactus produces water, that's not a bad idea. And cactus does grow pretty cheap and easily. Along
Yeah,
with
it's
the
actually
cactus
a
farm.
really useful idea. Thank you for suggesting that, because I've used that multiple times actually.
Cool, quite welcome.
Because cactus farms, they reliably tick when they're told to. Water,
Right.
however.
Water is not a fan of ticking with chunk loading blocks. And ooh, less than 15 minutes remaining. We just passed the halfway point.
Rather bold, I gotta say. I can't get past. They both did forestry. I mean, they both did not forestry, apiaries. Like that is. So it's not bad. It's just so coincidental that they would both look at another machine and go, okay, well, there's 5 machines I could make. Let's both make apiaries.
Right, and I mean,
cool.
with the items we gave them, apiaries I think are kind of the more obvious approach because you know originally the squeezer really only did deal with bee products, you know, but it's only in the more recent versions of forestry that a squeezer can handle, you know, apples and seeds and have seed oil and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But also,
Can a
of course,
squeezer-
you know, seed oil is a little bit, you know, unique in its use for different things.
Yeah. Does a squeezer actually do anything with honeycomb?
Honeycomb, no. He has to run it through a centrifuge. So if he does not already have a centrifuge going on here, he might be in trouble.
Got it piping straight into a squeezer.
Yep. And I don't know about you guys, but on my screen, those are golden conductive pipes going into the side of that thing.
Yeah,
I'm
they
guessing
definitely
that's-
are transport pipes, but
Yeah.
it's a visual bug. Thank
Yeah,
you.
another
Wax.
visual bug. Just to note, I was wondering why that was the case, and now that I see him actually running real golden pipes, I'm like, all right, just another visual bug. That, well, you know, we'll get straightened out for the next episode.
Yep. So honeycomb is going to its appropriate places, but here again, that issue coming up where honeycomb's taking a long time to get made, so his testing is far and few between.
Yep. He's got a pretty solid machine for repopulating his bees at the moment, but, you know, again, the problem, like you said, he doesn't have a centrifuge to deal with that honeycomb, which is pretty much necessary. But where Way of Flowing Time does have that. So, funny that Way of Flowing Time knows nothing about forestry, but actually did wind up with a centrifuge in the
Yeah.
middle of his production chain.
And he's got about what 15 minutes to figure out that he needs a centrifuge, so we better hope he gets testing here pretty soon.
I tell you what,
Hopefully-
I'm not worried about. They've got 12 minutes and nobody's got a use for bundled wire here.
Yeah, I think I can see more of a use in this one over here because he's spaced his machines.
Yep.
I don't know. This is a pretty compact. Looks like it's a nice self-sustaining machine. I don't know what you would do with a lot of redstone input here.
Yeah. And here's something that I find kind of funny, is we mentioned to Way of Flowing Time the advanced wooden pipe, and he actually used them. I knew these wooden pipes looked a little darker than normal. If you right-click on them with anything, you'll find out that they actually are advanced wooden pipes.
Awesome. So he's taken the hint. That's something that does show. Whether or not it's a very small thing, it does show. So he seems to be tripping up here, and he's not liking it.
Yeah.
And because everyone else did a question mark, I guess I'll do it too.
Should we pull him on? Oh! Have we got world on it?
No, it's plains. It is plains.
This
I
is a
think he wants
plains.
forest though.
Yeah, meadows.
He's got sky
Slash
obstruction.
biome.
Oh, it's because of the blimp above him. Sky
Oh, well, that's a
obstructed.
bit unfair.
Yeah. It's not the biome that's causing the problem, it's the sky obstruction.
Um,
Because the biome is fine for this type of bee.
wait a
Kill the
minute.
blimp.
I'll fix it.
Yeah, just break it right through.
Yeah, make sure you're standing in the right spot.
Yeah. Okay, who else is breaking up here? Wax? Is there a reason you're breaking things?
Helping.
There's nothing to help. It's only one column that needs to be broke. It only needs one column breaking, so don't worry about it. Is it
Bad
3
job
columns
still.
maybe? Yeah? It doesn't need anything else?
Yeah, I got pushed, so I got pushed off kilter.
Okay, cool. Have you got it now?
There we go.
We check it? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's fine.
Cool. Many thanks, guys.
Yep, just ripping through the blimp. I love it.
Yep. Oh, you know, it's the blimp's more for visual stuff, so no reason to obstruct the player's ability to build.
Hope the platforms don't crash into the ground, into the void now.
I think we'll be all right.
I hope so.
Well, don't craft 60 of them then.
I don't know. What is he doing with 60 levers? That's a good question. Still no sign of a centrifuge, by the way, over here on the yellow side. Or wait, is that one? Hang on. Yes, he does. He did get a centrifuge. I'm sorry. And he's using a steam engine, though, to power both of them. I really don't know that that's going to be enough power.
It's not.
Its megajoule output is, let's just say, yes,
so,
consequential.
I mean, yeah, he really should be running that on at least an oil-based combustion engine. Steam is not going to cut it.
He gonna buff it up here is what he's doing, or is he doing with that engine? I wonder.
Probably. Way of floating time is finally got some cable down.
Oh yeah, looks like he is kind of doing that same thing. The you know, the control mechanism for all the different engines. Pretty cool. Yeah.
The more I look at this, the more I couldn't resist. Like I wish I did. I wish I was in the competition just to use an apiary to make flowers, and then make the flowers my reason I'm using an apiary.
That would be funny.
Like, yeah, I have an apiary darkroom. That's how I operate.
Very cool.
You have an apiary darkroom.
I have an apiary darkroom. I'm using the apiary stuff is oh my gosh, English is useless. I'm producing stuff for fun. The only thing I'm actually using the apiary for is to force grow flowers.
That would be very Rube Goldberg of you.
Yeah, it's very Cookie Machine inspired.
That's actually quite interesting. How do you get the dark room needs to be dark, but the bees needs light? How does it work?
You could have the apiary have its sky open.
Yep.
Put the apiary. How far does the apiary have to be from the grass to?
The apiary can sit one block above and create flowers in the nearest.
Really?
Yep. So I could actually patch the ceiling with the apiary and cause it to grow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, that would be entertaining.
Oh wow.
So how are these guys doing for time? Oh boy, coming up on 8 minutes.
Cool. So just long enough for me to jump in, turn the green light on, build an apiary darkroom, and compete. Good.
Yeah, you're fine. And I'll tell you guys, Lumindia is starting to make me a little nervous.
Yeah.
This
Got
is
the centrifuge in the right place, and that's good.
I'm upset here because yellow's going to be a failed build.
Well, I mean, he does have 8 minutes left, but you know, seriously, at this point, he needs more power, in my opinion. I mean, the centrifuge is going to work, and so is the squeezer. It's just going to be very slow. So I mean, like, if it functions, fine, but
what does the bundled wire do?
Yeah, exactly.
Not completely irrelevant.
I'm actually also more disappointed that he didn't take the hint on the advanced pipe here, because the advanced pipe would be a great way to only take the honey out of here. In my opinion, it's all comes down to personal taste again. But
no, you're right, because I mean, if wax winds up inside that squeezer, it will eventually gum up. So he should either use what I would say is probably use a diamond and dump the wax into a chest.
Yep, that's probably.
I thought you just said if I end up in the squeezer.
Oh yes,
what?
You are waxed, not wax.
I do get pinged on that on IRC.
You might wind up in the squeezer though.
Not if
What
it's
was
putting
it?
you in a
Squeezer
squeezer and
said
extruding you
machine
into the
bundled wire. What was the fourth item?
The sturdy machine, the squeezer,
sturdy machine,
auto crafting
squeezer.
table.
Oh yeah. Has anybody used an auto crafting table yet?
He's got one sitting. Way's got one sitting here for cans. He's obviously going to be bottling something here. But
What about yellow?
You know what Way should be doing is taking his beeswax, which he's already started producing, and turning that into capsules.
yeah, I would actually. That would be much better than the tin. The tin, I'm kind of sitting here going, here we are with tin cans again, kind of deal, you know?
Why is he trying to pump out the bottom of a centrifuge?
Doesn't understand how it works.
Oh yeah, his wooden pipe. He's got the filters. These items are required is the setting.
Actually, with an advanced pipe, he can pump out the bottom if he says these items are required.
That's right. You're right.
Yeah, it
You're
will,
absolutely
won't
right.
it?
Advanced pipes are side independent.
Yep. As long as they've told what as long as they've been told what to pull out, they should work. Now, is his other thing here? Is that better be a redstone engine in there? Okay, definitely is. Although he is it pulling stuff out?
He hasn't placed any items that are required in yet, so
These
I'm not
items are
sure.
required. Oh yeah, honey drop isn't in there, so I'm. Oh, yep, there we go. We got
He's
pulled
got
out. Yep. I don't know what purpose per se that served other than maybe freeing up this spot here, but
Wow, the bugs on this are horrendous.
5 minutes left.
Yep, 5 minutes remain.
so coma's coming out of there.
Yeah, that visual bug also happens in single player too.
Yeah, it's not multiplayer only. It's strictly a Buildcraft 2 pipe thing.
Hey, what's up, Copper War?
Buildcraft 2 pipes got like, or Buildcraft 3 pipes got like super smartiness implants put in them, so work much better.
Less than 4 minutes.
Quote me
Oh
on that
wow,
word, smartiness.
the pipe visual bug thing is really getting worse for me.
Oh,
It's
isn't
actually
it?
really
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. I mean, I assume that's all visual bugs, but we will have
Oh,
to
wow.
try and relog.
Oh wow.
It's weird
Yeah.
though.
I'm
I've never
actually
seen it
gonna
on my
reload
server.
now
I'm
because
using
I
the same
actually-
version.
Is yours bucket?
We're using
My,
like R4.
everything
or
is
something.
bucket. Oh.
Yeah, it's
What
it's
the
not.
hell?
R8 is out.
Yeah, R8's been out for a while. I just haven't up. This was built as the first Wrench episode is when the server was built, and it hasn't been rebuilt since. So,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna-
so like I said, we'll straighten that
update
out for
rep
next
also.
episode, but I'm interested to see what he's doing.
yeah. What is he doing? There you go. I guess he's gonna. Yeah, he's realized he's needed more power, so he's gonna cluster these engines together.
Right, but he still
No.
hasn't used the automatic crafting table or the bundled
Bundled
cabling.
wire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
this
that's a
is
problem.
something. This is something I learned the other day that I did not know. I assumed that it's been long that the engines would no longer explode except for combustion for a long time now, but steam engines on wooden pipes will actually explode after a long enough time running.
Sure, yeah, if they don't have if they can't dump their power fast enough, they will explode.
Yeah, that's what I figured out, and I was really upset. I was working for about an hour testing something, and then about 5 minutes from me getting my result, my whole thing blew up.
Oh, I see. He's running some cans over to his squeezer so he can store the liquid honey. That's what he's doing with the auto crafting table.
We got 10 minutes left.
Yep.
No.
I would have preferred to see him using, the wax capsules for that storage limit, but that might just be him not knowing how forestry works.
Yeah,
Oh, the
correct, me if
bundled
I'm,
cable is no longer being used for anything, so this is still a failed build as well.
correct me if I'm crazy, but where is this water coming from?
I
Oh,
don't know.
it's the visual bug, I'm sure. It's just showing the wrong
what
thing.
The hell?
Oh, so it's showing water where items are being transported.
No, I think it's just showing water in general. Like it's probably
Okay,
just
yeah,
a different
because-
entity.
Yeah, like my mind is like exploding right now trying to put
Yeah.
trying to put that one together.
Let's switch up to their room and give them their 2-minute warning.
Alrighty.
You were moved. User was moved to your channel. User was moved to your channel. User
Hey guys,
was
want to
moved
come
your
up and give you your
channel.
2-minute
User
warning.
joined
You've
your
got 2
channel.
minutes left to make these builds
User was moved to
finalized.
your
Make sure you're
channel.
No
using
pressure.
all the
User was moved
finalized
to
items
your
and
channel.
get going.
That's a pretty rainbow you have on the ground there, Way.
Rainbows all the way across the sky.
Are you going for a decorative feel with that bundled cable? Is that?
Oh, thanks for the suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my theory here was I would just surround my build in bundled cable, and everyone would get distracted by the prettiness and forget that I didn't use the cable.
Pretty much.
Oh, good
Yeah,
job.
I personally wouldn't count that as a valid use of the cable, but I mean,
Nah, I was kidding.
you've only got 1 minute left. I wouldn't be kidding too much.
Yeah.
That's
I've made
too
rings
fun.
of I've made rings with
Oh
red
crap,
alloy
that building
wire.
there. Wait, is
Yep.
it? Nope, I got it.
1 minute left and 5 seconds or so, guys. I'm gonna give you your 1 minute warning in about 2 seconds.
Why not just give it now?
1 minute warning. I don't want you guys to be mistaken.
Asking you shall receive.
Yep.
Indeed.
I'm sorry, yeah, Betty, I've just seen this. That is not a legitimate use of bundled. I don't know, technically it is a legitimate use of bundled wiring.
No, it's
Not
not.
the intended use.
It looks
I'm
nice.
guessing.
I mean, we'll find out pretty soon. But you guys really, you know, have 30 seconds left, so make it quick.
Yeah, we've always frowned upon decorative stuff.
Come on, connect.
Decorative, the required items.
30
being used
seconds.
decoratively.
Ah, crud, come on.
Will
phew.
we do it?
Nope, I can't.
And now you have 15 seconds remaining.
I see a flaw.
15 seconds. Don't worry about it.
Really?
10.
Are you sure of that?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Not that flaw.
1, 0. Time is up. Contestants, step away from your builds.
Put down your red
Ouch.
juice.
All right, set up to the center platform. Round 3 of episode 5 has come to a close. There's nothing more you guys can do. It's all in the hands of the judges now. Speaking of the judges, we'll be back in a moment to judge. All right, guys, we are now back for the judging of episode 5, round 3. Way of flowing time, you're up first, so walk us through what you were thinking here.
Okay, what I was thinking was that, of course, I'm going to have to use a squeezer in some sort, so you're going to need to... I'll try to start again. Basically, right here, you have the apiary. It has some meadow princesses and drones here. They were supposed to create a bunch of honeycombs, which they were doing. The honeycomb gets extracted using this filter pipe into the centrifuge, which then processes it into beeswax, which is left, and into honey drops, which is then sent along the pipe, goes into the squeezer right here, and fills up the tank, and the automatic crafting table over here automatically crafts a bunch of cans, which go down the line, feed it in the bottom to go and can them up a bit, and then the resulting cans will eventually go from here into the chest right here. And that one isn't powered for some reason. Oops. And I'd like to mention the decorative pieces here. Nice stylish ribbon cable going for the flower box. And what I was actually planning before I ran out of time was I was going to have a bunch of different levers with a bunch of different colored cables connected to each device where I could shut things down if they needed to be shut down for some sort of maintenance, so that things won't get spread everywhere. The idea is to have this ribbon coming from your main base, so if you see something wrong, you can just flip the lever in the main base. It'll turn off the part, then you can service it.
Cool.
I kind of made that part on the spot, but oh well.
All right, judges, what'd you think?
I don't understand why you would ever use bundled cable like that. I just put levers next to the machines and turn them off as needed.
No,
Well, I mean, it's not a bad idea, actually.
It's not
That's
a
how I
bad
would use
idea.
it.
I'm just saying, personally, I don't.
that's how I
It's
would.
the bundled cable was a hard one on this one. I don't know what you would do with it.
That's how I would use my bundled cable. I would use it to turn off the machines independently.
From where?
What's that? From a control
where?
panel. I mean, obviously from right next to where he put the levers was perfectly fine in my mind. It wouldn't be there in my build. It would be at a control center of some sort.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be my purpose, would to be individually turn off parts of the machine and then have one that globally would kill them all. So in this time frame, it would be individually, but in practice, it would kill them all. I would use logic gates to kill everything with one flip.
What do you think, Odadex?
Not that much to say, I guess. Really, the ribbon cable is a tough one. You can't get any easy solution with this, and I said it before actually. That would have to be the only proper use of this would be a control room, but the time constraint here is quite not that easy, and the fact that actually you said you had some problem with forestry and bees.
Never used it before.
Yeah, okay, so you have to take that into consideration. So I guess it's fine. Pretty interested in yellow.
Yeah, one comment I wanted to give before we move on. I wanted to point out something that Direwolf said, which was you're making tin into your cells. I would have really loved it. He pointed out the wax you're creating. If you would have routed your wax with advanced extraction pipes to the auto crafting table and made wax cells to hold your liquid as opposed to tin cells, I absolutely would have. It would have made this build phenomenal as opposed to a working build in my mind.
So that's what it's used for. Okay.
Yeah, wax can make wax cells as opposed to tin cells. Pretty much the same
But
thing.
it would
I
have
think he
pushed
used
over
those
the
before.
edge of coolness for me.
Yep, and that just goes to his, being unfamiliar with the mod. But yeah, it definitely would have been awesome to see the wax cells, turn into, capsules like that. Cool, so let's head over to the yellow platform and check out what our buddy here made. Lumindia, we'll be right back. All right, so here we are over on the yellow side. Relogging and closing Minecraft did fix the visual texture bug that we were seeing here. So go ahead, Lumindia, talk us through what you made.
Okay, well, from the lack of apiaries pipes and... Wait, do we have any propolis down in the chest? Guessing not.
APRS pipes aren't even in the game.
Oh.
Sorry, it's an older version of Buildcraft. It's only available on BC3, I believe.
Oh. Okay, we were lacking apiaries pipes. I had to make do with diamond pipes, which, while not as fancy as I would like, kind of got the job done. But somehow, when I came back, the drone was in the centrifuge. Anyway. The steam engines here are powering both the centrifuge and the squeezer. This pipe will extract the contents of the centrifuge out. The wax will go up the white side through this other sorting system and then sort through this green pipe. Oh, there we go. That was the problem. Yeah, you can get any wax, so... What should happen is that the wax should go through the...
Yeah, it'll go green.
Why is
Yep,
it
it goes
raining
green.
sheep?
Yeah, that was my thoughts exactly. Who is trolling us?
Wax.
Oh, anyway. Anyway, the wax gets pumped into this chest.
Is it wax doing that?
Yeah.
Sheep removed.
Enough of the wax, anyway.
Moving onwards.
Yeah. They have a wooden pipe pumping the bees out of the apiary. The honeycombs go down the red pipe and then they get put into the centrifuge, while bees get sent down green along with anything else and attempted to put into the apiary with the advanced insertion pipe. And then if it doesn't fit in there, it just goes back into the chest.
Cool.
And then
All right.
from there, the honey drops go out of the centrifuge into the squeezer, where they get bottled up into cans.
All right, judges, what do you think?
I don't know if it's a visual bug or not, but when you're taking bees out of your apiary, the first diamond pipe intersection might send them in the yellow direction. Am I right, or
Yes,
am I wrong?
they could. That's why he wound up with a B in his centrifuge.
Oh, duh. Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Because what'll
Yeah, that
happen
was
is it'll send items down the red path, and anything it doesn't know what to do with will get randomly distributed now between green and yellow. It was working before, but when you added the yellow path, it's now random.
Oh, yeah.
Your fix would have been an iron pipe, only allowing it to go items to come into that sorting buffer as opposed to items coming out of it.
Yeah, I had a
Magic.
similar build in my main world that was basically this similar setup, but like with 9 more apiaries. Well, that was a mess to make.
I believe it. Cool. Slowpoke?
Yeah, I missed it maybe. Did we mention what you were going to do with the 2 missing items?
Yeah, well, like the way of time, I couldn't figure out a use for the bundled cable, and I just completely forgot about the crafting table. So used to using them with logistics pipes,
Yeah.
All right, Matabase, any comments?
Yeah, that's. I like the build. I really like it. It's nice, compact. There's a couple of technical fallacies. The iron pipe, just one way to fix that. You didn't put down the auto crafting table when you could have very easily used the auto crafting for some sort of something that's already being produced there because you are producing honey. Once again, wax could have been used to make cells to package that honey that was in your squeezer. Pretty clear use of materials. And then no bundled cable, and I can't see in your compact area unless you were going to make jacketed bundled. I don't honestly see how you would have used that either. So I think it just came down to time and not exactly being comfortable with the versions of the mods you were using, as well as missing some mods you normally pair with these kinds of setups. So overall, a good build though.
All right, well, looks like me and the judges are going to go talk in the judging room now, so contestants will be back in a few. All right, guys, we are now in the judging room, privately chatting about the two builds. So, judges, what did you think about, how these guys used their different forestry setups? Slowpoke, I'll let you start.
Okay. I like, with regards to yellow, it shows a very, it shows a very obvious understanding of forestry and how the apiaries work. But again, it's probably there's a problem. Is he's missed 2 items out completely, which we've always said is a bad thing. So it's good side and bad side on this. The pipes are set up. What did we say? The yellow was not quite set up right, so that's added a random factor.
Yep.
It was set up right correctly in the beginning, but then when he added to it, he inadvertently added an extra path, which wound up making the excess pipe turn off.
And with regard to blue, obviously, his lack of understanding of forestry has hurt him a bit. But then again, to offset that, he's used 3 items as opposed to 2.
Yep.
So this is a close one for me.
Matabase, what'd you think?
I could see that both of these people were, either completely uncomfortable with forestry, as in never using it before, or at least partially uncomfortable with using forestry by itself, as I stated before. But if it comes down to who is the most complete, used all the items, it looks like Blue did. And on top of that, Blue did one heck of a job in creating a machine after not knowing anything to do with forestry. I could let the wax thing slide, not knowing anything about forestry. It's a solid machine. He used bundled cable. He used a sturdy machine. He used the squeezer, and pardon me for forgetting the 4th item. Fill me in there.
The sturdy, the squeezer, the automatic crafting table.
Automatic crafting table, and he used the automatic crafting table. He used all 4 items, and I don't see that as a gimmicky use here. I do in the one sense that the red's not actually going anywhere.
And I think that came down to time, honestly.
Yeah, it came down to time. He intended to use it as more than just a red wire, but right now as it stands, it's just a red wire, unfortunately.
Right.
But giving him 30 more seconds, 45 more seconds, and I think he would have had that wired up and I'd have given it to him. So, lack of comfort with the mods is, I think, what came down to the lack of completeness. And if I'm voting who did the best with it, I think I know who. So that's what I would say.
Odedex, your thoughts?
Like Mata said, I think it basically comes down to the fact that the Blue used the auto crafting table. He had an idea for the bundled cable, which pretty much I think came out with this idea like in 2 seconds. But it is an idea, and it's laid out. Well, the yellow forgot the auto crafting table altogether and the bundled cable. So it's quite unfortunate, but this is the rules. Like, you have to use the items given to you. You can't skip that.
Yep. All right. So it sounds like you guys have a pretty solid decision already made. So we'll close up the judging round here and go back to announce the winner of episode 5 of Wrenched. All right, guys. Here we are back at the finale of round 5, episode 5, round 3. So we've got pretty much 2 people left. Way of Flowing Time and Lumindia. And the contestant today who is being wrenched in round 3 of episode 5 is... Go ahead, Slowpoke. Lumindia. Judges?
Go
Alright,
on,
I'll
Odedex.
go.
You go, Odedex, yeah.
Alright. First, I must say that both of you did a pretty good job. You can't deny it. I like the design here, Media. You can't ignore the fact that there is some very smart piping around here where you pipe things back and forth properly. There are no overflows. But the main flaw here is...
Lamindia, your mic's open.
Oh, yeah, sorry, one moment.
The main flaw in your build, which we had most problem with, is the fact that you basically ignore two of the core items that you were given, which are the auto crafting table and the bundled cable. And basically compared to the other build, which did utilize at least one of them, that's a core problem in the build, unfortunately.
Yep, so Lamindia, I hope you had a good time with us. Congratulations on making it to round 3. But that means that Way of Flowing Time is our winner. Congratulations, Way of Flowing Time.
Thank you very much. I still hate you for that last round.
Well, man, you did pretty well with it, I gotta be honest with you. And I hope it interested you in using forestry some more in the future.
Perhaps later.
Cool. Well, let's go to the Hall of Judging next, guys. We'll be right back. All right, guys, here we are in the Hall of Champions, and I've got a very special present for our friend Way of Flowing Time, a.k.a. X104. Here is your sign, sir. You may place that sign anywhere you want and put whatever message you'd like. And, hey, that's pretty cool. That's not a bad place, right inside the hallway there. And everybody else is on fire.
Everyone does love a good bit of attention, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
Well, guys, with that serenade, we are going to wrap up episode 5 of Wrenched. Hope you enjoyed watching it, and come back next time in episode 6, where we'll have 4 new competitors and plenty of new items for them to build with. All right, everyone, take it easy.